These 5 new functions expand the possibilities of the mixed thermal FPV solution and make it easier to use. The InEL IR-CAM merges visible images with thermal images for the usage on FPV drones. Connected to a flight controller, the RC can be used to switch between customizable thermal profiles, to adjust the camera angle, and to set parameters like the temperature threshold and transparency. The picture-in-picture approach ensures a reliable field of view at any time. As you can see, the system can be easily integrated like in this 3-inch build. It consists of a nano-sized FPV camera, a radiometric thermal sensor, a 1-axis gimbal with a flexible arm, and the base with a FPGA for low latency video processing. Based on our experience and your feedback, we have improved the usability and functionality of the system. This enables a better usage for photovoltaic and building inspection. In addition to many small adjustments, there are 5 new features which I would like to show you. Before we get to the new features, I would like to show you how easy it is to perform a firmware update. All you need is the drone, a USB cable and a web browser. First, open the IR-CAM Update the web application. The link can be found in the instructions and in the video description. We recommend checking the system for firmware updates in order to obtain the full range of functions. If the IR-CAM is connected to a flight controller, the FC can be connected via USB. Otherwise, a USB to serial converter can be used. Both the IR-CAM and the flight controller must be powered. Check if the orange LED on the IR-CAM base is blinking. The firmware can be selected here. To use the serial passthrough of the flight controller, select the serial port on the FC to which the IR-CAM is connected. If you start the update, you will be asked to enter a COM port. If you now connect the flight controller, you can use the latest entry. During the update, the OSD is frozen and Update the Connected appears. The complete update process takes several minutes. During FPGA update, no image is available. The camera reboots. And now the update process is complete. The new firmware version is displayed. The settings already made are retained after firmware update to a higher version. To access the new default thermal profiles, the settings can be reset. However, this also resets all other settings. These can be set up in just a few minutes. The new features are also available without a reset. To exit the pass-through mode of the flight controller, it is necessary to disconnect the USB connection and the battery. If something does not work as planned during the update process, the video section Troubleshooting can help. Let's take a look into the new settings. Our first major innovation is the use of different colors for the OSD. We noticed that if you want to make quick settings while the OSD of the flight controller is active, it is difficult to distinguish the text. Go into thermal settings. To make the thermal OSD stand out better, you can choose between different colors. By default, retro computer is active, but there are also jungle green, ice blue, fiery red, and of course, the classic black and white available. Now the text differs better. For the next sections, I will turn off the OSD of the flight controller. We received feedback that linking the RC remote control with the servo motor in combination with the thermal profiles was not intuitive. The suggestion from Pavel, known from FPV University, greetings go out, was to set the servo angle to a fixed RC channel. To enable this approach, the servo can now be controlled globally, independent of the thermal profiles. The setting is made under RC settings. The known modes fixed, adjustable and automatic angle correction are still available. Only if thermal profile is used, the assignment is made as before in the thermal profiles. The RC channel can be freely selected. If the global servo is active, it's referenced in the thermal profile edit page and displayed as GS beside the profile name. To make it easier to set up the servo motor, there is now a live positioning for each parameter. Go into servo settings. Here it enables you to see the effect of the setting immediately. The functionality remains the same. Minimum and maximum positions are approached directly. Even the angle correction can be checked directly. Let's set it to 1. Check if it keeps the angle during movement. Looks good. Let's unlock the gimbal only in camera control 3. And return. The biggest improvement is extended color palettes. Image processing in the FPGA had to be expanded for this. Go into thermal profile selection. I go into wildlife. And at IR color, we had already cyan and blue, black and white, red and orange. New is rainbow inverted. Rainbow, hot bright, cold dark, hot red, cold blue. The previous color depth was not sufficient for the use of photovoltaic and building inspections. Thanks to the extended color range, even more details can now be perceived in the thermal image area. If you have any suggestions for further color palettes, please let us know. Finally, we are now exploiting the capabilities of our radiometric sensor. Thanks to the new color palette, it now makes sense to extend the temperature range up to 400 degrees Celsius. The sensor uses two operating modes. The temperature range can be selected in the thermal settings. The high gain mode is preferable for small temperature differences. This covers -10 degrees to 140 degrees Celsius. If we have most of the time temperatures above this, the low gain mode with up to 400 degrees Celsius can be activated. As a beta version, it is possible to switch automatically between the operating modes. If temperatures exceed or fall below this, the sensor adapts automatically. A shutter process is automatically triggered with each change. In order to benefit from the extended temperature range, the limits in the thermal profiles must be selected accordingly. Finally, do not forget to save. As usual, you can switch between the different profiles using the RC. In this profile, the temperature range is automatically adjusted and the camera angle can be changed. When detecting the soldering iron, the system switches to low gain mode automatically. The transparency can be set in this profile additionally. Now it's 0. Now it's in the middle. And now there's thermal image only. With transparency, information of the visible image is still available. Here we can modify an absolute threshold. The thermal image can be displayed small and large too. Note the details due to the new color palettes. You can even see how the table has warmed up at this point. Now let's try the low gain mode using a soldering iron. It shutters and the range is extended up to 400 degrees Celsius. If it leaves the area, it resets itself and shutters again. In the next profile, a defined temperature range can be adjusted. This makes it easier to assign the colors to temperature. Only the areas that lie within the specified range are displayed. If you use fixed temperature ranges, the actual minimum and maximum temperatures are displayed. Image areas above and below this are hidden. Even with the soldering iron, the temperature range remains the same. These were the 5 major new features. Small graphical adjustments have also been made. In addition to the profiles shown, many more are available. These can be easily switched on and off or customized according to personal preferences. In the ultimate guide, I show you how to integrate and set up the IR-CAM on your drone and explain in detail how you can create your own thermal profiles. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If something is struggling, a log can be viewed. I will provide some assistance in this section. For example, if the IR-CAM is not supplied with power, a timeout occurs. Please check the LEDs on the IR-CAM base. There is also a timeout if the wrong passthrough port has been selected. It is now necessary to disconnect the battery and USB in order to reset the FC from the wrong passthrough mode. The board can then be selected again. If you are not sure which board the IR-CAM is connected to, you can view the setting in the corresponding configurator under ports. An MSB connection is required for the IR-CAM. If the USB port cannot be accessed, check whether it is open with other programs. For example, the Betaflight configurator automatically opens suitable ports. Close it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have fun exploring in another view.